What's good, family? It's your boy Big L with another Forum Blast. Man, I gotta say this, and I think it's high time for us in Black America to begin having honest, straight to the point, no BS type of conversations. All money is not good money. Okay? There's some things within Black America when it involves of getting paper and making money, we must begin to stay away from. We must get away from certain activities and certain behaviors, no matter the root, no matter the reason, to get money. Right now, within Black America, there is no code of conduct. There's everything is cool, everything is okay, everything that is all right for people to do to get their money, to get money. And listen, I understand the importance of money. I understand the importance of having finances and having your bills paid and, all those things. I understand that. And I'm not knocking nobody getting money. I'm knocking the way that we begin to perpetuate and make certain methods okay for us to get money. We have begun to condone every form of getting money out there. We've made it cool. We made it okay. I understand how white supremacy, systematic racism has made it difficult for us to be successful in certain arenas. But I also understand that Black folks, you are some of the most resilient people ever created on this planet. There hasn't been an obstacle that's been placed in front of us that we have not been able to overcome if we do it collectively and unified. We can get over anything, get through everything, get past it all. But this individualism that is widespread and sweeping across the country, this bootstrapping mentality, meaning if I just work hard, stay out of trouble, get good grades in college, all these other great behaviors, that I'll be successful, that everything is going to be okay. And that's not reality, man. That's not reality. Is it possible for those things to take place? Individually, yes. But as a collective, we must begin to work together to get these things taking place. Group economics, spending your money in Black-owned businesses. We got to begin to move in that direction and unify. And I'm sitting here this morning, man, and I'm online and I'm checking some emails and I'm working on a local Black business directory, working on a chapter in my book and doing all these different things. So I'm scrolling through Facebook and it has a little trending joint on the side there and it tells you what's trending. And it has this thing that says, The Game, a bunch of rappers rapping about what's taking place in Ferguson. And I'm like, okay, hold on. Let me go ahead and check this out. I like hip hop, but I'm more of an older dude, an older hip hop kind of head. I don't bang with all this stuff that they got today because it's too much foolishness taking place in it. It perpetuates too many things, glorifies and glamorizes too many things. So I listen to the song. You got The Game on there. You got Rick Ross, Fabulous, Swiss Beats, DJ Khaled, a host of other rappers. You got TGT, I guess that's Tank, Tyrese, and Genuine singing on it. And they're rapping and singing, man, about what's taking place in Ferguson and how bad it is and all this stuff and, how we got to come together and unify and all this jazz and how all the proceeds is going to go to, the Mike Brown Foundation on the GoFundMe site. And I'm like, yo, that's dope. That's dope right there. But if y'all really want to make a difference, man, if y'all really want to do something, if you really want to do something to help our Black America, stop perpetuating the foolishness that is widespread and killing our people. Stop glamorizing the drug culture. Cut out the rape culture that is so perpetuating and so thick within hip hop lyrics that many people oftentimes overlook it. You rapping lyrics where they talking about dropping date rape drugs in a chick's drink so they can go and take her back to a hotel room and have a three-way with her, or that's rape. Stop glamorizing that. How you gonna be Rick Ross, name yourself after arguably one of the biggest drug lords of all time? All you do is rap about drugs, murder, and misogyny. And then you want to come out and talk about Ferguson? You want to come out and rap about Ferguson, though? Gang, if you want to come out and talk about how racism has been around since the beginning of time, true, but homie, all of your albums perpetuate gang violence and gang culture. It's really difficult, homie. And you got Diddy on there. You got all these folk on there, man, on this song. And I had to sit back for a second and like, yo, am I tripping? Am I tripping here? Is it just me who sees this level of absolute hypocrisy? Y'all can come together to make an album like that, but you can't take a stand and say, yo, I'm going to stop rapping and singing about these things that are hindering and hampering and destroying and killing my people. I don't understand. Is it just me who feels this way? And that's cool, because I'm okay with that. Because no one else feels this way doesn't mean it's going to stop me from feeling this way. But there has to be a code of conduct, man. When we get to a point where we say, yo, certain things ain't cool. As a collective, you rapping about raping our women, painting our women in such a disrespectful light in your videos that you're not even directing or controlling or producing. Some white dude behind the camera is throwing Black women in there in that mist that way, and you ain't standing up and speaking and saying, no, 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 no. At some point in time, we have to get to a point, and it's time now to stand up and say, yo, all that foolishness, man. No. No, man. And I'm feeling some type, I'm hot this morning, man. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm feeling some type of way, because that just like, I don't like that type stuff, man. I don't like it. I think it's disrespectful. And I'm not looking to blast or destroy these brothers and sisters who are on this particular song. But don't try to run game on folk either. Because it's hard for you, it's hard for me to accept you if you 1 week rapping about peace, love, and violence, and stopping injustice, and pushing for equality and all that other stuff. That's fine and dandy, but you can't do that one day, then turn around talking about how you out there slanging this and sleeping with this and raping this and doing this, and expect people to gravitate in here and accept your positive message. That's just absolute foolishness. Now, my prayer is that for people who are listening to that song or on that song, that's a stepping stone in the right direction for them to stop doing what they're doing. That's my prayer for these cats. But I'm like, yo, you know what a bigger statement, a better statement would have been? Yo, I'm not rapping about the stuff I rap no more. I see what it's done to our community. I see what it's done to our people. I'm not going to stop rapping, but now I'm decided, because I see what's taking place, I'm going to start rapping about other things. And I ain't asking you to be on some bubblegum, lollipop, rainbow, and sunshine type rap all the time. I ain't asking for that. I'm asking for y'all to be responsible in what you're rapping about. And all rap, all real rap, in all honesty, hip hop right now is so irresponsible So irresponsible. And I'm feeling like I don't want to give these brothers and sisters an out or create a justification for them. None of them own outright their own labels. None of them own their own distribution. If anyone owns anything, it's possibly Diddy. So they're nothing more essentially than puppets and pawns in a bigger system that's been used to push a particular message on a black community for years now. And the level of propaganda, the level of marketing that's taking place to push a particular product that has been destructive to our community has been relatively successful. When you got a large segment of our young black males dying to be rappers, a lot of our young black females are striving to be video vixens instead of rising up the ladder to be something more than that. And I ain't knocking folk who have a dream to do those things. But at some point in time, we as a people have to begin to strive for something bigger, better, and greater. It's hard for me to one moment be sitting here blasting police brutality and violence that's taking place and perpetuating on our people, but then in the next sentence, I'm talking about how much crack I can sell to my people, even if it's over a dope beat. I struggle with that. I see that's a level of hypocrisy, man, that it's crazy. So it goes back to that code of conduct. When black folk begin to practice group economics and build a strong, viable economic infrastructure, socio-economic infrastructure. And I say socio-intentional because with the economic infrastructure, it has the ability and capabilities and pointing in the right direction to affect social change within our neighborhoods. But we have to be able to create alternatives to the many things that we're seeing taking place within our neighborhoods. And right now, there are not many alternatives to the very ill things that we see taking place in our community. Now, does that justify it? Absolutely no. It just puts it in a proper context. It puts it in its proper context. So that's why it's so essential, man. So essential to build, encourage our people to go from being consumers to producers, from being employees to owners, from getting a high school education, a college degree, to thinking I'm not going to get the best career. I'm going to an environment where I can build to create careers for other people. We have to shift the focus, man. I'm pleading with folk, man. Wake up. We gotta get out of this mindset, this ill mindset, this self-destructive mindset where we're killing our own selves. And before I end this forum blast, man, let me say this. I hear people continuously holler about what's taking place in Chicago. Where's the outrage for the 9-year-old that was killed? Where's the outrage? Where's the public outrage? Don't let the media fool you to think that there are no people in Chicago or around the world that are not upset, outraged, and doing something to combat the violence in Chicago. What the question you should ask is, why is the media only showing you what's taking place in Ferguson and not what's taking place in Chicago? Point the finger in the right direction, because there are hundreds and thousands of people who are mobilizing and organizing and doing great things in Chicago. In Chicago. So don't let the media paint this picture that Negroes are sitting on their behind just on their keyboard hype about Ferguson. There are people on the ground fighting, organizing, trying to stop the violence in Chicago and other inner city neighborhoods. So stop buying that hype from the media, man. Stop buying that propaganda that we are only concerned when somebody who is of a different race is killing us. That's a lie from the pit of hell that many of y'all are swallowing, chewing on, regurgitating, and constantly eating the same vomit and spitting it out again. We gotta stop buying everything that's been put out there. Why would the media paint that picture? What benefit does the media have in not highlighting Chicago and continue to highlight Ferguson, to continue to highlight other areas? What purpose? What reason would they have to do that? Think critically. Think. If people are only outraged when somebody who is white kills us, and we're not outraged when someone who is black kills us, what picture does that paint of the people who are not concerned about black on black violence? What picture does that paint? That paints us in a pretty negative light, doesn't it? What would be the purpose? Think critically, family. Think. We got to begin to ask the difficult questions. Difficult questions, man, that have answers. Think critically. Stop swallowing everything that people are feeding you, man. Think for yourselves. I'm struggling, man. I'm struggling. I'm struggling with the state of Black America this morning. My heart is heavy with seeing what is taking place to our people. My heart is heavy with that. It is. I'm absolutely grieved and vexed by not only the state of our people, by other people, but our state of the people who are our people towards our people. But there are some great people out here who are grinding, building, fighting, pushing for change, who are building, who are putting their actions and words together to create change. Pay attention to what's going on, man. Peep the propaganda. Peep people's motives. Remember, everybody who is your skin folk is not your kinfolk. Remember that. This is your boy Big L with another Forum Blast, man. Till next time, I'm out.